ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, שהכל נהיה בדברו.
Jewish tradition says that because of the women, the righteous women, our ancestors were saved from slavery in Egypt. What do they mean by that? Well, the astrologers of Pharaoh told him that the savior of the Jewish people is about to be born. So he told the Jewish midwives, when you see that a Jewish woman is going to give birth, and you see that the baby that is born is a boy, you have to kill him immediately. Because he was afraid that the Jewish savior is about to be born. But the Jewish midwives disobeyed him. They didn't do it. Who are these Jewish midwives? According to the Torah, they were Shifrah and Puah. Who were they really? Miriam and Jochebed, the mother and sister of Moses, who was going to save the Jewish people from slavery. They disobeyed the order of Pharaoh. When they were called, their attention was called, why did you do that? They said, well, the Jewish women are like animals. They give birth before we come there. But actually, they disobeyed it. They weren't afraid. Why did they disobey? Because they felt it was morally wrong. How are you going to kill a baby? Because Pharaoh said he may be the king, but it's immoral to do that. In the Nuremberg trials, after the Second World War, many Nazis said, why do you blame me? I was simply following orders of my superiors. In an army, there are rules. The captain tells the lieutenant what to do. The general tells the colonel what to do. And an order given, you must fulfill it. Well, these women taught that when there is an immoral order that is given, you have to disobey that order. And they didn't obey it. As a matter of fact, another very important action was of this Miriam herself. Because many Jewish couples decided, eventually, the future parents of Moses decided to separate. Because what if the woman becomes pregnant and she gives birth to a boy? They'll have to kill the boy. They didn't want to do that. So they decided they're going to separate. They're not going to live as husband and wife anymore. So Miriam said, you are worse than Pharaoh. Pharaoh gave an order only against the boys. You are even not permitting girls to be married. In essence, what she was saying is the following. Your duty is to live with your wife. You are married. One of the products of a marriage is to have children. What will happen later? Well, you try to deal with the eventuality, but don't anticipate the storm. You have to do what is your duty as a married couple. And not only did she give advice, she also went when Pharaoh's daughter saved Moses from drowning in the Nile River. She went and called Jochebed, the mother, in order to be the one that will give milk to the new baby born. And he grew up in Pharaoh's palace. And eventually, he was the one that saved the Jewish people from slavery in Egypt. But maybe special mention should be the daughter of Pharaoh. Why? Because she disobeyed her own father's order. Her father had said that you have to kill all the male children of the Hebrews. And she found a Jewish boy. She recognized that this was one of the Hebrew boys, and she saved him against her own father's will. In Divrei Yamim, in Chronicles, the last book of the Bible, it names many people, and it names also the daughter of Pharaoh. In the Torah, she has no name, but there she has a name. What is her name? Batya. Batya means daughter of God. It is a non-Jewish woman, an Egyptian princess, that receives the name of daughter of God because she disobeyed the order of her own father, because she felt it was immoral, it was unjust to kill a newborn baby just because he was a Hebrew. Every human being, when he's born, has a right to live and to develop. So, because of Jewish women, the Jewish people were saved. There were other reasons as well, but without any doubt, they were the first to disobey an unjust order. And just like, unfortunately, many people, as I mentioned, the Nazis and others as well, always rely on the fact that somebody else is at fault because they gave me an order. I had no choice. There is no such thing. You always have a choice. When an immoral act is about to be committed, you have the choice of not doing it.